But before we start, please make sure to subscribe to Viral Stories and hit the bell so you never miss an upload from us. Also, leave a like and a comment and share the story with your friends right now.
TV reporter paints his skin every day to save his career. Viral Stories presents the inspiring story of a TV reporter who paints his skin every day to save his career. Most people don't like to admit it, but their appearance means a lot. Just about everyone is self-conscious at one point or another. Some people don't like the shape of their thighs, some don't like their nose, even a person's eyebrows can be a source of worry for some people. Even the most beautiful women in the world have something about themselves that they hate. Take Kate Moss, for example. She's a supermodel and she is gorgeous. However, she admits that she hates her legs. She considers them to be bullocks. Scarlett Johansen is also a beautiful woman. According to Scarlett, she always hated her chubby face. Beyoncé is drop-dead gorgeous and she says that she doesn't wear earrings because she doesn't like her ears. Even Angelina Jolie thinks that she is odd-looking. One person who is really aware and self-conscious is an Emmy Award-winning television reporter named Lee Thomas. He's 50 years old and he is a reporter for Fox News in Detroit, but he feels self-conscious about his entire face. He's been diagnosed with vitiligo. This is a condition that causes the skin to lose its pigmentation. Lee was not born with the condition and he didn't realize that he had it until he was about 25 years old. He went to the barber one day and noticed a strange white patch on his scalp. When his barber finished the cut, he told Lee to take a look. According to Lee, the spot looked like he had either nicked his scalp or just shaved it too close. When he said something to the barber, he said that he had not done either. The barber gave Lee a mirror and showed him a light patch on the skin on the back of his head that was about the size of a quarter. When he saw that, he started to panic. His mother told him that it wasn't anything to worry about and maybe it was caused by stress. Soon after, more white spots began to appear. The spots appeared on the sides of his scalp and he noticed 2 more marks on his hands as the size of dimes. Next, they appeared on the corners of his mouth and on the bridge of his nose. This is when he realized that it was not stress and there was something else going on. It was a year before he decided to finally see a doctor. At the time he was working as a reporter in New York City and the doctor diagnosed him with vitiligo. The doctor told him that his condition caused his skin to change colors. The doctor told him that sadly, there was no cure and treatment of this disease, and as soon as the doctor said that, he couldn't hear anything else. All he could think about was that his career as a TV reporter was over. While the doctor was still speaking, he was trying to think about other things that he could do with his communications degree. He became depressed for quite a while, but then he decided that he would not give up on his dream. Instead, he put all of his energy into finding a way that he could still keep his job. He had many people who were invested in him. He was determined to figure something out in the beginning. He tried to hide his condition and it wasn't long before he couldn't hide it anymore. He realized that he had to make a choice. He thought about all the things that he touched in a single day. And then he realized, he would rather have people know that he had a disease instead of people thinking that he was dirty. That was when he decided to stop trying to cover up his hands. He came clean about his condition, but he still wanted to cover up the white patches of skin on his face. When he was on the air, he says that he doesn't put makeup on his face because he's ashamed of his condition. He was more worried that people would be so distracted by his condition that they wouldn't hear what he was saying. He stated that his stories were about other people and their situations. It wasn't about him without the makeup, it would be all about him. He proved his theory when he went on interviews. He says that there were times where the person he was being interviewed by would notice his hands or his makeup. And they would want to spend part of the interview talking about when he would interview people. They wanted to spend time talking about him. He says that during a celebrity interview, he didn't had time to talk to them about his condition because he only had so much time for those extra minutes talking about how this disease caused him took away from the job at hand. Today he is a successful reporter and he is also a speaker for vitiligo. Every year on World Vitiligo Day, he will go on camera without any makeup. He even wrote a book in 2007, it's called Turning White, a memoir of change. A book document about his journey. Today he feels much different about his condition as compared to when he was first diagnosed. He says that his condition has made him into the man that he's always wanted to be. He says that he is an honorable and respectable person. He's a good father and a good brother. He believes that his condition has helped him become a more compassionate person with more empathy than he ever thought was possible. When he was first diagnosed, he says that he was just a guy trying to survive through a tough ordeal. He says that as a reporter, you want people to look at you and listen to you and tell the story. He never imagined that his own story would be the biggest story he would ever report. Just 1% of the population has this condition, and he is proud that he can use his job as a reporter to raise awareness for the condition not only for himself but for others. Subscribe for more viral stories.